All right, so let's begin. Now, this session is about Business Continuity Framework 2020. First half, we will go through whole entire journey with you and what we have achieved so far, how to take this forward together. Right, Business Continuity Framework 2020. So far, we have rolled out BCF 2020 on the day 2 of CircuitBreaker, that is on the 9th of April. And by day 4, the whole entire BCF 2020 is implemented. So what did we introduce? We came out with a $10 remote video production. We show you how to do remote viewing and remote handover. We came out with a VirtualStaging service to help you make your listing stand out, because we know that the volume is thin, you need to stand out. And we also show you how you can use virtual tour to do your presentation. We also kickstarted our very first AAG Support series. And we also released a series of consumer tutorials. And of course, we released my very first virgin production of myself on YouTube. My experiment turned out to be quite successful, if you can see the result. So this AAG How to Sign video was released to you all. But separately, we also launched it in a Facebook and YouTube campaign. You can see from the views there, it was actually launched on 16th of April. About 50 days, we already garnered close to 50,000 views. It's amazing because this is, after all, my first production, and I have a lot of learning journey throughout this whole thing, which I will be sharing with you guys when we come to YouTube marketing course. In BCF 2020, we actually focus a lot of getting together. So we have things like a supper talk, which was kickstarted with Chris Ng as my first speaker. And then along the way, we have the rest of the speakers joining in. Best of all is that we also have Dan Ho, who came in mass exercise with us. Paul Xiao also did video as a consumer video that you can share with your customer, share with the agents. And in BCF 2020 Plus was actually announced on 21st April, because we were told that there is going to be an extension of the circuit breaker. So we needed to continue to support the agents. So we came out with the BCF 2020 offering. So in BCF 2020, the focus is to make sure that you are able to learn as much as you can. Thank you for those of you who participated in this survey. Let's take a look at some of the comments. So in the BCF 2020, a lot of you came back to us with very heartwarming comments. Some felt that because of this, we are closer and more bonded together. New agents felt that this is amazed by the way we came up with all the things in such a short time. There are agents who are initially disappointed and lost, but after attending all our courses, then stopped being negative and started to close rental. Right? And we also have someone who is mentioned that they were boosted in terms of ability and morale. I'm very thankful is one of them even declared that after this BCF, he become more confident. He declared, I will be a top producer too. So that is the right mindset. And the last one in this page is thanks to the courier service, co-broking was so smooth, and even agents were very impressed with what we have offered. We are also being told that because of this, it has actually empowered the agent, and also it helps them to realize that nothing is possible. At first, they thought viewing cannot happen, but we have made it become possible. Because of that, our clients are pleased, right? They are very impressed with the fact that we can continue to serve them. One agent said that our Virtual Tour 360 is so amazing that the co-broke tenant and agent and the tenant just view the virtual tour and they close the deal. They even use that to do their inventory. So last page of the success story. To them, the BCF is very awesome because they closed 5 rentals during this period. Another lady said that she was a IT dinosaur, very resistant to doing all this digital way. But because of CB bo pian. But as a result of that, now she knows how to do e-sign. And then another one said that even though he hasn't closed any deal, but because of this BCF 2020, he managed to get a new listing and also do a HDB inspection by just leveraging on what we offer in BCF. So we are very happy to hear that there is so many good news by our agents in utilizing this. So we thank you for your love for us with all your comments. And on behalf of AAG management team and division heads, we say thank you to you for supporting and believing in us when we started this course together. Okay, we only have one objective, which is to make sure that you are empowered, right? So that we can all move forward together. And all this is possible because right at the beginning, we had an emergency meeting among our AAG department head. We brainstormed until 1 a.m. in the night, the AAG's support package 1, which is our BCF2020. And of course, not forgetting that all this is possible because of my amazing in-house media production team. Those of you who don't know, AAG is the only division in Orange Tea that has our own in-house division production that is made up of all agents, no outsiders. And the shooting, the editing, the scripting are all done in-house. And because of that, right, we are able to respond so fast. And thanks to that effort, and thanks to all of you in supporting the $10 package, we have effectively launched more than 150 videos. The agent videos is about 145, if I'm not wrong. And then we have another 5 to 10 consumer videos that we share out to the consumer. So in total, we roll out more than 150 videos in our channel. Almost every day, we have a video rollout. And you can see some videos are quite successful. Like for example, the one at Pinnacle at Duxton screenshot here. Within 1 week, she garnered 500 overviews. And there's also another landed listing within 1 week, 500 overviews. So this is the power of the YouTube marketing that we are trying to impress upon you. And I think we have to thank to our AAG media team, especially Charlotte, for helping us to take the video instruction. Because while many people feel that it's so difficult to teach the owner how to shoot, but when we have this video, owner, I won't say everybody, but many of the owner managed to do it, right? They follow Charlotte's video. And after Charlotte done this video from her room, the video was sent to Johnny, who then construct this whole thing. And then I send to my voice artist to do a voice recording, translator to translate into Chinese. We roll out an English and a Chinese version for you so that you can send to your owner and they can actually do the video clips for you. For example, this particular owner, as you can see, the owner have really followed our video instruction pretty well. So he turned in 2 to 3 seconds, like what we told him, hold the phone horizontally and move slow and smooth. And as a result of that, this is how the video looks like.
AAG Division in Orange Tea presents to you this amazing property.
So we turn owner's profile.
Functional kitchenette for those who love to cook.
Add voiceover, add effect, add text overlay for you.
High floor with unblocked view. Enjoy exceptional views from your home.
Right, so the owner is so impressed with the video that you know what, the owner actually was very shocked that this video cost only $10. And she also paiseh. So in fact, she even tell the owner, even tell the wife, hey, pay $100, right? So $100. So you see, even our customer appreciate that this video should have cost $100 at least. If not, it cannot be $10. But we did it for you. CircuitBreaker, there are some media company out there that offer remote production also, and they charge between $200 to $400. Yes, some as much as $400. So can you imagine $10 versus $400 multiplied by 150 videos? How much money our AAG agents collective has saved, right? Because of this, our customer were very impressed that we are able to do this, and also our agents look good. We also want to thank to all the talents who help us do consumer videos, okay, like Jose, Paul, Charlotte, right? They did consumer video working in a magical way for us. And I'm also very thankful to Jasmine, who came out with this summarized version of all our services put into one EDM, give you a blank one so that you can slap your face right into the EDM and send this to your customer. We are still business as usual. And then also Johnny came out with an EDM PDF file, which put all the Orange Tea consumer seminar in one PDF file to send to your customer. Now, all this that we have given you is to empower you to have the ability to prospecting when others are not is your best strategy. And this is exactly why a lot of our agents reported that they have got a lot of lists. So I also want to thank to all my Support Talk speaker. I think 9 p.m. is a very good slot. Everybody feels so good that it's so relaxing to have such a session. We have ranges from mindset topic to how to find fire sale and Instagram, TOP, prospecting, cold calling, landed features, HDB financial numbers. All these are keeping you upgraded along the way. Daytime, more serious stuff. We have all these skill series, and Dallas show you how did he close 8 HDB flat during circuit breaker period. Sales, not rental. All right, this is not the complete list. We have more than that, but my screen weren't able to put in so many. But these are the speakers that come forward and share their knowledge with you guys, which I'm very thankful for. To all these people on the screen, thank you very much for sharing your knowledge with AAG. And then our AAG Academy also came out with what we call a clinic series. But for this clinic, it works differently. It's like you're going to see a doctor. Something wrong with your listing not moving, you go and see this doctor. So we have 4 sets of clinics for you. We went through a landed clinic, a HDB clinic, a commercial clinic, and even a private new launch clinic, where we invited some of the top producers who managed to close deal during this period, and you learn from other people's experience. So this was really, really a great session. So to all these doctors in the house, thank you very much for supporting us. So all these are great, but at the end of the day, result is still the key. And I thank you for participating in the survey. And these are some of the comments that we get from the courier service. I have received 135 comments on the courier service, how it helped them to bridge the gap. You can see that they are all very happy closing deal, and then leveraging on the courier service can even allow us to do multiple points, not just A to B. A, B, C, D. Now, if you want to read more about all this, I don't want to bore you with it, so please go to the URL below. The next screen is about closing. So I want to congratulate Elena and Charlotte, right? They actually got exclusive to 4 units of brand new landed property in the East, right? Just because before circuit breaker, they closed 1 unit. That's how they took that photo together. But after circuit breaker, they still left with 1 semi-D and 2 bungalow. She was so shocked that during circuit breaker, after leveraging on what we share with them, because Charlotte came for our AAG Special Force last year, so she now knows how to do Facebook campaign, YouTube campaign. Plus, she herself is quite good in video editing. Because I told Elena, during this period, many of us will feel that our space is too small. We wish we have a bigger house. So when that video happened to slap in the face, it created a lot of interest. After this video was showed, they have actually got 2 direct buyers fighting for the same unit. Can you believe it? Remotely fighting. And the reason why I'm sharing their story is because they are one of the earlier adopters of whatever we pitch. And because they really believe in us, therefore they got the result. Last night, she closed 2 more bungalow. Can you believe it? Semi-D last week, 2 more bungalow last night. For those of you who believe and close, congratulations to you, right? We also want to congratulate to all these project agents, right? We just heard that this Yvonne Victor just closed 4 new launches in the last few days. And I can tell you, Marina 1, the commission is 4%. They closed 2 units on Marina 1. And I think Dane 3's commission is also not bad. Together, prove to you that it's possible to sell new launches. So is the rest of the guys. So even Sebastian on the center just closed with Perry Sell, who's the IC for Park Esta. Okay, and Jasmine closed Sterling. And then on the right bottom, you have Doris and Chandra just closed Royal Green. It's the closing for the last 1 week. I haven't even shown you the closing in the past 1 month. We have a lot more. It's just that I don't have screen time to show everybody. I only highlighted the latest. But one particular one is our dear Chris sitting down there. He closed 1 tapestry. And what he did was he swing a HDB owner who initially wanted to buy a HDB flat for 600 over thousand, but he managed to swing the customer to buy a new launch instead that is going to TOP next year. We also have people who send me message along the way to say that they are very thankful. One of them, I was very touched because she was actually recovering from a car accident, right? But she's very, very thankful that thanks to our training and our constant support for them, for her, and she even closed a unit during circuit breaker. That's why she wrote a very long 感恩词, in Chinese we call it thank you speech. I like Megan's comment the most because at first when she entered circuit breaker, she thought that she's going to eat grass, right? 吃草. Right, but because of our BCF 2020, she managed to close a unit using just video, signing document and everything. Because at that time, nobody believed it's possible. But we make you believe and therefore you do it and it happened. right? And even Roy also, you can see from the comment in Roy's case, what is amazing about Roy's comment is that at first she just wanted to spend the whole month watching YouTube or Netflix. He got a call for closing, right? And then the buyer go through his virtual tour and decided to put an offer. And in case the buyer changed his mind, he activated our courier service and Friday and take the check and close the deal, right? If not, she will probably take his own sweet time and the buyer may change his mind. From a non-believer, she suddenly become a believer during this period. From the survey that you all have answered, and I'm very glad to say that from those who fill in, you registered closings during circuit breaker alone. And I go through the closing is across all market segments. We have people who close 8 units in HDB flat. We have people who close 2.3 million in private resale. And we have people who close several new launches, 4, right? I just told you just now. And then we also have people like Charlotte who close and Elena close 3 landed. People who close commercial shop house. We have also have people who close factory. So I'm very happy to hear that is working because we have made you see that it's possible. That's why some of you persist on and you see result. I'm also very grateful to all these producers who actually close deal and yet they come forward to share with you how did they close you remotely. I think you guys remember the buyer was a banker and all she did was show the virtual tour, right? So these are people who didn't allow the circuit breaker to cast their belief that it's game over for this period. No. They think that it's not. They believe alongside with us. And those are experienced agents. What about the rookies? I'm pleased to say that our rookies were also doing well, right? They closed 2 HDB, some renters, right? As long as they are doing something about it, and if they can close, and being rookie, they can close, so can you guys, right? So in conclusion, right, what I want to impress upon you guys is that we have circuit breaker closing across all market segments from landed to commercial. We also have closing from all levels, ranging from rookies to experienced agents to leaders, is across every level. So after talking so much, it matters tonight is to share with you that AAG management team have an emergency meeting last week, few days ago. And we decided, right, that we need to do something for you guys. Yes, BCF and BCF Plus have worked. But what about the phase 1 period? What can we do for you in phase 1 period? Had a brainstorm, some exchange of ideas, and I'm happy to say that we have finally came out with something tonight. And that's why today we're going to share with you what it is about, how we're going to help you. So with that, on behalf of the AAG management team, I'm introducing to you today AAG Business Continuity Framework 2020pro. Pro in this case is proactive. Why proactive? Later I'll explain to you more, but the short form will be BCF2020pro. First, we are bringing forward whatever we came out in BCF2020 plus, especially the skill series, the Supper Talk series, the legal series, the clinic series. And then our popular courier service will be bring forward, our virtual staging also bring forward, and our remote production also has a new pricing. You see, when we budgeted for these things, I only budgeted for 1 month. I never know government will push it to double. In fact, I don't mind tell you, you guys have burst my budget for courier services, right? When I started this, I told my wife, I'm going to dedicate a certain amount of money for this, no worries. I'm happy if agent can close. And then ended up, this got extended. And I said, never mind, let's continue. This morning, I just checked with Hui Ting. It is 3 times more than what I budgeted. And it's not cheap because per trip that I'm subsidizing for you ranges between $15 to $35. Because remember, we offer you point to point, right? Multiple points. Some of you have 4 points from east part of Singapore drive to west part of Singapore. Our virtual staging, the first one was free. Outside people charge $45, we only charge $25. And we will magically make it into a beautiful unit at the bottom to just clear away the furniture. We call it a decarteling, right? Let me show you some example, right? So this unit you already saw from the left empty, put in furniture, instantly the atas feeling comes in. Customer have a difficulty to visualize it. So that's why people do staging, which is a very common technique in the US, right? So a couple of example, right? This one is a landed house on the left. it looks quite Chinese, right? But on the right, it looks a bit more aspect styling, right? So the photo was given to us like that on the left, and we removed the furniture and placed a new one inside there. Can you see how we magically even removed the piano? But it's the same house. You can tell it's the same exact photo, no change. The only thing is that we changed the curtain and we changed the carpet and of course the furniture. Right, on the left is a HDB flat, and again HDB flat on the left, that picture will never fetch you a good price. So as in this case, right, it's look nice on the left, but it's nicer on the right, right? Same thing, the master room on the left is very Chinese look, but the moment we through our hand, it become more aspect feel. So this is a power of visualization to help your customer. And another one on the left, very messy, but on the right, suddenly the house looks so homey. And why we do all this virtual staging is because it gives customers more confidence that your unit actually is nicer than it currently is if they put in the right furniture. So we also introduced another one called 360 virtual staging. I think we are the first to introduce in the industry here, right? Basically, you take a virtual tour that is totally blank, we transform it into a virtual tour with furnitures. Again, 360 virtual staging. The furniture look real, but it's not real, right? It is virtually added in. And this is only for $70 for empty unit. Again, and 360 photo, turn it into a 360 staging, right? If it's not empty, of course, there's another $20 surcharge. Next will be our $10 video production. What happened to that? We know that owner willing to pay us $100, but me and Johnny discussed, we want to still keep it as low as possible, but it's not $100. I'm very thankful that he agreed to $50 for you guys. Because think about the commission that you can make. So I will bring him on to share with you, right? What is this service about? What is the differences and all that? All right. So Johnny, are you ready? Okay, take it.
Hi everyone, my name is Johnny from AAG Media Department. During these 2 months of CircuitBreaker, we launched the $10 remote video productions to help all our AAG agents. Total of 163 video requested. We have completed 143 videos within these 2 months. Rejected only 20 of it due that the videos sent in are not properly shoot, that we really can't proceed. But we do try our best to edit some of the difficult video requests because clients taken wrongly and refuse to retake again. To make sure all our agents have the videos for their marketing, every day we spend 12 hours to edit non-stop and upload daily to all our social media. We continue doing it on even weekdays and holidays. Thank you to the media department team, Paul, Charlotte, Hosea, Bibi, and editor behind the scene working so hard for everyone in AAG. Not only agent listing, they done up some tutorial videos, educational videos, conduct sharing sessions during this circuit breaker. Congratulations to hear that some of our agents getting exclusive with our production. Don't forget that you should thank your clients, the seller, landlords, and not to forget the current tenants that help you to take the videos. Good news, we will be conducting a DIY video masterclass for those who want to learn more about editing with our customized templates design provided. Let me explain the new remote video production during the phase 1. The $50 regular video will be showing the interior of the videos you send in to us. We will add in to the video with your profiles and information as watermark. Next, for the $100 production, we will include floor plan, location map, or amenities footage you provide to us. Next, 150 production for custom requests, example of the before and after animation. All the photos you receive from the virtual staging or virtual cover page, you also have to send us. Lastly, some of you may need us to shoot on site plus editing. That will be 200. We will need to get special approval for that, booking in advance. I would like to invite back Lester Tan to show us more about the BCF2020pro support package.
All right, thank you, Johnny. So basically, the starting price is $50, and then you want to add additional customization is additional $50 because those things cost him more time and effort. So moving on, BCF2020pro, right, is all about one thing. Okay, why we call it Pro? Well, let me explain. BCF2020 was launched during Circuit Breaker. At that time, the focus was about business continuity, right? We were concerned about whether you guys can transit from the physical world into the virtual world. Many of you were stuck in the physical world, but those of you who follow through with us into the virtual world, that is the business continuity that you will experience. So at that time, my focus with my management team is to make sure you know how to transit from physical to virtual. And then came the circuit breaker extended period. And during the extended period, we knew that many of you are already quite comfortable with virtual viewing. You started to believe in it. So we think what we should help you in that period was to focus on upskilling you. That's why we roll out a legal series, vendor series, skill series. This is to bring up all your upskilling during that period. And finally, now we have just entered safe easing phase 1, right? In this period, we call it Pro. And what is it about the team? Continuity, upskilling. Now what is the focus? The focus shall be proactive. It is action-driven empowerment. So what should you do now is to prepare for it by adding in more stocks. Think of this phase 1 as a runway for you to get ready, so that at the end of the day, you have a runway to fly up when the business take off. So BCF 2020 Pro is exactly what we are trying to achieve for you, is to get you ready in a proactive action method. Okay, so let me explain to you what is new in BCF 2020. First, we are going to start a new training series called the Empowerment Series. In short, is EmpowerSeries. What this series does is that it is all going to be activity-based training. So far, all the trainings that we have always been more theory, but coming forward, EmpowerSeries will be consist of a lot of activities. I think that way, not only will cause you to learn better, but you will end off the class with a tangible product. So lead generation activities is also something we are very focused in. Now, we don't want to teach you just simple video editing. That you can go YouTube, right? There's many YouTube classes that can teach you all this. What we want to give you is a framework of how we do it. Now, Facebook marketing, we don't want to teach you basic things like how to launch a campaign and all that. That I would expect you in the last 2 months would have learned. That means we are no longer going into the technical side of it. We are going to go into the tactical side of it, right? How do you use this to tactically find customer? And that we even came up with a special video for you. And this video will help you find and source for fire sale sellers. This is called the Empower Series. Okay, let me take you very quickly 3 of the planned Empower Series that will start. One of them is actually called the virtual presentation. So this time round in Empower Series is going to be highly hands-on, whereby after I share with you already, you guys will break into groups of 3 to 5, and you guys will then role play to be one seller, one agent, and then you all try the remote presentation. Only through doing, then you can master something. We have already proven to you that BCF works. Many people make money. Some of you didn't make money, and we don't want to leave any man behind. We want to make sure every one of you can follow through and emerge stronger. The ones that need a bit more attention, we're going to give you the attention that we need. But this is going to be very laborious for us because we need a lot of my trainer to come forward to help out with you, right? But we are willing to do so because we're really serious about making you succeed. Second one is what Johnny is talking about, which is our video editing. Right, we will show you how to do professional looking video. We even share with you our video template, our voiceover library. And if time permit, right, we will roll in another one on virtual tour. How do you do virtual tour shooting, right? How do you capture virtual tour? How to use digital device? So that is the whole entire BCF 2020 Pro, right? In the last 15 minutes, I'm going to talk about, review to you our InstantPro version 6 that I'm going to review to you. Right? To be frank, the first month I have no time to do it because we were so busy with the BCF, right? I finally got time in the last few weeks, and I'm happy to say that it's ready to show to you, unveil to you today. Let me take you through some of the features.
The InstantPro 2020. Leading agents out of the dark age. A new norm for agents has begun. InstantPro 2020 edition. Now with instant virtual viewing capability, available free for AAG divisions only. Be empowered for the new norm. Contact any AAG leaders or managers today. AAG is Orange Tea's #1 official champion group.